to my latest YouTube video. So this one's about Squirrely Burt, and it's not a very well Squirrely Burt. You can see, hopefully it'll autofocus on here. There you go. So that's a 10, I think it's 10 or 11 year old Squirrely Burt, and what happened, it wasn't a proper Squirrely Burt, it was a standard Burt, so it had a tail on back here, this plastic extended to here, and you had another hook on here. So what I did, I cut that down and made it into one of these. It was weighted. All I've had to do is to add a little bit of weight here, hopefully you can see. Little hole there, put some shot in there. Now this is in the original condition, so it's a bit of a mess. It's had its tail bitten off, it's had a few fish, I won't lie to you. So the plan is to I'm going to add a little bit of weight to it, not too much because there's already shot inside there, so there won't be much going in there. The thing is, what we call it, me and Drew, is we call it the whistler, because what happens is when you cast it out, it goes every time it flies across the bank due to that hole in it. So the plan is, I'm going to take off all the split rings, I'm going to take the tail off, replace a new tail, I'm going to put brand new hooks on it, I'm going to give it a brand new paint job. So what I'll do first, I'll take these split rings off. Just need a pair of split ring pliers. Should be fairly easy, I'll look pretty rusty these. God, that's rusty as well, these. Must put a brand new set on these. It's quite important you check all your metalware whenever you're doing anything like this. God, they're rusty to hell. I'm embarrassed how bad they are. Shocking. They're absolutely terrible. So that's first hook off, leaving the hook hanger, do the same with this back one. Again, it's equally shocking. To be fair, I should just cut these off, they're that bad. I'll never be used again. I've got some replacements like for like, and it's quite important you do a like for like as well. It's all about weighting on these, they are critically balanced. Obviously out of the factory they're garbage, so, well, they're not all garbage, odd one does work. But when you're paying good money for these, you expect them to be good. So that's it now, let's see. There you go. Just a standard Burt with a bit of a bobbly tail. Next one, what we'll do is we'll take this tail out, so I'm just going to yank the end off, and then I'm going to point to one of these up and I get inside there and get all this out of there, because you need to make sure that when you're gluing the new one in that you've got no rub in there. So it's a bit of a horrible job as this, to be honest with you, but you've got to get all the tail out. Like I say, it's a horrible job. You've got to make sure you get all that bottom of there. It's really important. It's not too bad. I'll take them all down. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to rub it down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to rub it down with sandpaper and take it back, not to bare plastic, but not far off. I'm going to leave it quite white because I'm going to paint it a completely different colour, and a completely different colour tail. What you don't want to do is make sure you don't knock any of these here, but rub them all down. And then what I'm going to do is a little bit of epoxy here where it's spilled over to one side. I'll take that off as well, and we'll rub it all down. So next time you see it, it should be perfect. Right, so that's the lure all rubbed down. What I've done as well, I've cleaned middle out there, back end where the tail's going to go. You've got to make sure you get all the glue out of there, or epoxy, however you're going to fill it in. It's quite important you've got a really good smooth finish to get your new tail in there. So that's it, it's got no eyes on. Got a brand new set of eyes for it. There she goes. Only thing I've got to do now, I've got a hole here Now that's going to be an issue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a small piece of plastic, a really thin piece of plastic, a little tiny round piece, and I'm going to glue it onto there. Don't worry about doing it with epoxy. A little bit of glue and a little disc around there will do it perfectly. Bear in mind I'm going to do about 3 coats of paint after this. Still haven't decided what colour yet, but I'm going to let Poppy have a go at that, see what she thinks, see what colour she thinks should do it. So I'm going to get that disc done now. I'll go and get a bit of glue, go and get a little disc and I'll put it on there. Right, so what we've done, the bit's all been fully rubbed down now. And what we've done, we've put a little disc, hopefully, let's see, I'll put this in front of it, a bit of zoom in. What I've done, I've put a little disc here of plastic and I've super glued it on top. And what that does, it makes it watertight. I've added a bit of shot inside, not a lot. I've added about 6 shotgun size 8 cartridge shot inside there because it had none in. What happened, because it opened up, I think the original shot I put in it had come out of it, but it's quite a weighty one, this, it feels fairly weighty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue that up, leave it on there with there you go, it's all solid now with super glue. And what I'm going to do now is going to go out and let Poppy pick some paint. She said she wanted to help me do this one, so I'm going to let her pick the paint. So if it turns out unicorn coloured, then it's not my fault, it's my daughter's. Right, let's go and get the paint out. Right, so what I've decided to do, I'm going to put a white tail on this one. I had a yellow tail originally, but depending on what colour Poppy picks, then I think a white tail will go where anything. So I've given it 3 run at paints, so let's see what she comes up with.
Daddy, I want it pink.
What?
I want it pink.
Have a look.
This one, bright pink.
Bright pink. Dayglow pink, is that Dayglow pink? Yeah, it is. Right, Dayglow pink, that's what it's going to be. I'll go out in the garden now and give it a good spray. Right, so what we've done now, we've got a bright pink Burt. What I've done 1 coat of undercoat, which is like a white, and then I've done this fluorescent pink on top, which you can see stands out quite well. I've also got some eyes, I've got some normal eyes, and then what I've done, I've just ground top of them so it makes them look a little bit more evil. Hope you can see that there. There you go. Nasty looking Burt. Gotta make it a bit manly because it's pink. So what we're going to do now is put the tail in. And what I've done already, I've taken a normal relaxed tail, which is what these are, hopefully you can see there. And then what I've done, I've actually whittled down the top. Now there's ribs all the way around here, and what I suggest is you cut it down so all the ribs have gone, and then go a little bit more. And the best way to do it is to make it so it's like a plug sort of shape, so it fits perfectly in there. In there it's actually that sort of shape, it's in perfectly like that. So what you want to do is to get loads of super glue around the back of it and get it in place. And then what I do, I push it and turn it until it's into position, and then I'll hang it up and leave it. But what I'll do is I'll do it tail down like that. I'll actually hang it tail down like that. And then once the super glue's gone off, all I've got to do is add some hooks. So what we'll do, pop the tail in now. Got some strong super glue. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it all inside and all around the edges. Don't mess about with this, you need to get plenty in there. It is super glue, so you have got to be careful, make sure it doesn't squirt out on your face or your eyes. I know it's dangerous stuff. Loads in there, and then we're going to put some on the actual tail itself. Plenty on the end. Like so that's tail up. So I'm going to do now, I'm going to twist it into place. You can hear it just start popping out then. Right, it's perfectly in place. So that's perfectly in line. The middle down there. Just turn it one just a little click more. It's really important you get this right. If you get this wrong, it won't work. Right, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that one. Yeah, it's got in nice. And what I'll do, I'll just then run a little bit more super glue right around the edge, of there, and then I'll push it in a little bit further so it makes it almost like a watertight finish. So I'll give that a little run around there now. Again, don't put loads and loads on, only put a small amount on. You definitely don't want to be sticking to this stuff. doesn't take long to go off, but you don't want to get your fingers stuck at the same time. Keep on lifting them off just in case. That's good. That's a nice finish, that. That's perfect. So we've now got eyes on. Oh, we've got a white tail on there. See that there? So what we're going to do now is going to put hooks back on. So I'm going to use the exact same hooks as I did on the previous Burt, which is proper Burt hooks. I've already got some split rings here. And what I'm going to do with this, once it's all done and it's all back together, I'm just going to give it one little go of, I've got some like white enamel. I'll just put some white enamel over the top of it all and it'll seal it all. I'll seal it all best it can. I mean, they're all always going to get damaged. Paint's always going to get ripped off them. I mean, that's why it's in this condition, so it's no major drama. Split rings on. These are Wolverine split rings. Fantastic. Back hook on. Front hook on now. There we go. One Squirrely Burt. And that's a good colour. I actually quite like that pink with a white tail. I think that'll help me catch a few fish. Hopefully we'll get back on rivers one day. One day. All done dusted. Like I say, one solid enamel coat or epoxy outer coat, and that'll be pretty tooth-proof. There you go. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully next time you see it, I'll eat water and catch me a few fish next season. There you go, the pink Burt.